Before we truly dive into this crucial topic, allow me to pose a very simple yet incredibly insightful question. How many glasses of plain, unadulterated water have you honestly consumed today? Perhaps 2, maybe 3, or have you already managed to finish a full bottle or even more? Most men, when asked, would undoubtedly respond with a sense of pride, declaring, "Plenty, doc, I always make sure I stay hydrated." However, I must share a profound truth that often goes unnoticed, especially for those navigating the later stages of life. If you find yourself beyond the age of 50, and particularly if you've crossed the threshold of 60, the very simple, seemingly effective act of drinking plain water might not be delivering the benefits you so confidently believe it is. Yes, it is undeniably essential for sustaining life, a fundamental necessity for survival, but it may very well not be contributing to your vitality in the way you need it to. You see, water, in its pure, isolated form, simply cannot reverse or fully restore what the relentless march of time quietly, insidiously takes away from our bodies. Once a man reaches the age of 50 and beyond, his body's intricate network of cells, the delicate architecture of his blood vessels, and the complex symphony of his hormones all begin to undergo subtle yet significant changes that the vast majority of men never even recognize. You might diligently drink your water, glass after glass, yet still find yourself plagued by a persistent, inexplicable tiredness. You may commit to regular exercise, striving for fitness, yet feel an underlying sluggishness in your circulation. You might dedicate ample hours to sleep, yet awaken each morning feeling groggy, parched, and far from refreshed. There is undeniably something crucial missing from this picture, a vital element that eludes your current understanding of hydration. And that missing piece, that singular something, could very well be the fundamental key that distinguishes merely surviving from truly thriving in your golden years. I am Dr. Pradip Jamnadas, a board-certified urologist who has dedicated over 12 intensely focused years to understanding and, more importantly, helping men naturally reclaim their lost energy, optimize their circulation, and powerfully restore their performance across all aspects of their lives. And today, I am going to unveil a profound truth, a critical piece of medical understanding that most people, even many in the medical community, rarely encounter or fully grasp during their formal medical education. What if I were to tell you that the kind of water you drink is just as fundamentally important as the sheer quantity of water you consume, that your entire approach to hydration could be entirely reprogrammed, not just to momentarily quench a fleeting thirst, but to profoundly charge every single one of your body's cells, significantly boost your vital blood flow, and even powerfully reignite a sense of physical and mental prowess you might have mistakenly believed was permanently gone. This might sound like a truly wild, almost unbelievable claim, doesn't it? But I urge you to stay with me, to keep an open mind, because by the time this presentation concludes, your perspective on a simple glass of water will be irrevocably altered. In fact, you will discover precisely how the simple act of adding one small, often overlooked thing, a truly forgotten yet incredibly powerful mineral, can completely transform your daily hydration into a natural, profoundly effective blood flow booster. This isn't just about feeling a little better. It's about providing your body with something that deeply supports your energy levels, significantly enhances your stamina, and dramatically improves your overall performance, all without the need for synthetic pills, artificial stimulants, or bothersome side effects. Therefore, please do not be tempted to skip ahead or fast forward. The most profoundly important part, where I reveal exactly how to implement this groundbreaking strategy step by simple step, comes near the very end. Before we immerse ourselves further into this vital information, I kindly ask you to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you are new here, and wish to continue receiving empowering health insights, and please share in the comments section below where you are currently watching from. I genuinely cherish hearing from men across the United States, and indeed from all corners of the world, who are actively taking charge of their health and well-being. All right, gentlemen, now is the time to literally truly grab your current glass of water, because after today, I promise you, you will never look at or drink it plain again. Let's truly get real for a second and confront some deeply held yet often incorrect assumptions. Most men harbor a deeply ingrained belief that staying hydrated is a remarkably simple affair. You feel a distinct sensation of thirst, you reach for water, you drink it, and voila, end of story, mission accomplished, right? Well, regrettably, that's not precisely accurate, especially as we advance in years. After reaching the age of 60, your body undergoes a series of complex and often subtle transformations that render the process of truly adequate hydration far more intricate and demanding than it ever was in your younger days. Let's gently yet thoroughly unpack these changes, because this is precisely where a majority of people tend to misunderstand and consequently fall short. Firstly, a significant change occurs in your body's natural thirst mechanism. It subtly yet undeniably weakens with age. As the years accumulate, your brain's finely tuned ability to accurately sense and signal dehydration gradually decelerates. You might genuinely believe you're perfectly fine, adequately hydrated, and functioning optimally, yet simultaneously, your cells are quietly, desperately screaming for help at a microscopic level. Those clear, unmistakable, "I'm thirsty" signals that were so potent in your youth simply stop coming through with the same clarity or urgency, leading you to instinctively drink less. And even in those instances when you do remember to drink, your aging body doesn't always possess the same efficient mechanisms to effectively utilize that water. Secondly, and equally critically, your kidneys and entire digestive system experience a noticeable decline in efficiency. Your kidneys, those miraculous organs responsible for diligently managing water balance and vital minerals, are no longer as acutely sharp at precisely balancing your electrolytes as they once were. They might, for instance, flush water out of your system far too quickly, or conversely, they might retain an excessive amount of sodium. In either scenario, this delicate internal system inevitably drifts off balance, leading to suboptimal hydration. Thirdly, and this particular point is absolutely colossal in its implications, your individual cells gradually lose their intrinsic ability to effectively hold on to water. The outer layer of every single cell in your body, known as the cell membrane, relies profoundly on a precise array of minerals to meticulously maintain its essential electric charge. Without this vital charge, your body simply cannot efficiently pull water from your bloodstream into the cells where it is truly needed. So what this means is that even if you're technically consuming enough liquid and appear hydrated on paper, you are still experiencing significant dehydration at the most fundamental cellular level. It's a paradox, isn't it? This situation is akin to repeatedly pouring life-giving water onto parched, dry soil that has tragically lost its essential nutrients. The water doesn't penetrate and nourish. Instead, it simply runs off the surface, wasted and ineffective. Your body might visually appear hydrated, but internally, your cells are literally gasping for that electrical charge, for those crucial minerals, and ultimately, for life itself. And it is precisely at this juncture that a whole host of insidious symptoms begin to creep in, slowly but surely making their presence felt. You might experience a pervasive, draining fatigue that no amount of rest seems to alleviate, a persistent brain fog that clouds your mental clarity, dry, inelastic skin, stiff and aching joints, a noticeably slower recovery time after even moderate exercise, and even, for many men, a concerning decline in circulation down there. Because make absolutely no mistake about it, dehydration in this context is not merely about feeling thirsty. It is fundamentally about your body's vital blood flow. When your cells are unable to effectively hold water, your blood itself becomes thicker, its flow becomes slower, and it encounters significantly more resistance as it tries to navigate your vascular network. This unfortunate scenario directly translates to less oxygen reaching your tissues, a reduced delivery of essential nutrients to every organ, and consequently, a diminished performance across every single system within your body. This includes, crucially, your powerful heart, your sharp brain, and yes, even your masculine vitality and performance. So here lies the truly hidden truth, the secret most men never uncover. You could diligently drink 8 glasses of water every single day and still be functionally, debilitatingly dehydrated at a cellular level. Your body, you see, doesn't just crave ordinary water. It demands what I refer to as electrical hydration. This is a specialized, potent form of hydration that intelligently reaches and vitalizes every single cell, permeates every vessel, and energizes every nerve within your intricate physiological system. Now, before we delve into the precise methods of rectifying this widespread issue, I want you to take a brief moment to truly pause and reflect. When was the last time you genuinely felt truly hydrated? I mean, that exhilarating feeling of clear-headedness, that boundless energy, that sensation of being light on your feet, almost effortlessly gliding through your day. A feeling that makes you genuinely feel significantly younger than your chronological years. If it has indeed been a considerable while since you experienced such a sensation, please do not worry or despair. What you are currently missing isn't necessarily your lost youth, but rather something far more fundamental and easily restored. It's minerals, because these essential minerals are the intrinsic spark, the very life force that effortlessly transforms ordinary, inert water into truly living, electrically charged water. And in the subsequent sections of this discussion, I will meticulously show you exactly how this transformative process works, and precisely why every single man over the age of 60 absolutely needs this electrical charge to remain robustly strong, intensely focused, and vibrantly full of life. All right, gentlemen, let us now embark on a slightly deeper exploration, not venturing into overly technical jargon, but just enough detail so that you can truly grasp the profound implications. Imagine your body not as a simple machine, but rather as a meticulously engineered high-performance engine. In this analogy, ordinary water functions as the indispensable fuel, the raw energy source. However, the crucial minerals we're discussing, they are the essential spark plugs. Without these tiny, yet incredibly vital components, the fuel, no matter how abundant, simply cannot ignite. The engine, despite being filled, cannot fire, cannot generate power, and consequently, no matter the volume of water you consume, it merely sits there, unable to contribute to energy, power, or vital flow throughout your system. Consider this. Every single thought you conceive, every powerful heartbeat that sustains you, every minute muscle contraction that allows you to move and act, all of these fundamental bodily functions depend entirely on an intricate network of tiny, imperceptible electrical signals. And here lies the absolute key to understanding. These complex electrical signals can only function, can only be generated and transmitted effectively if specific minerals are present in the right balance. Your cells, these microscopic powerhouses of your body, communicate with each other through precisely calibrated voltage differentials. Minerals such as magnesium, sodium, potassium, and zinc are not just passive substances. They are active carriers of the electrical charge that makes this cellular voltage, and thus cellular communication, even possible. When this vital electrical charge diminishes, your entire internal communication system begins to flicker and falter, much like a weak, unreliable Wi-Fi signal attempting to connect in your own home. And it is precisely at this point, when this internal connection begins to weaken, that things invariably start to feel profoundly off. Your energy levels precipitously crash, leaving you feeling utterly depleted. Your sharp focus, once a reliable asset, inexplicably fades into a frustrating haze. Your muscles, instead of remaining supple and responsive, begin to tighten and feel rigid. And your blood vessels, those critical highways that facilitate your body's entire circulatory system, gradually begin to stiffen and painfully narrow, impeding the smooth flow of life-giving blood. This isn't merely the unavoidable process of natural aging, It is, more accurately, a profound disconnection within your biological framework. Your cells are no longer communicating efficiently with each other precisely because they have tragically lost their shared language. And that fundamental language, as we've established, is electricity. Now, here is a truly critical piece of information, a profound insight that most men will regrettably never hear from their conventional doctors. Plain water, in its distilled or filtered form, possesses precisely 0 minerals and consequently 0 electrical conductivity. This means that while it might provide a superficial, temporary hydration to the very surface of your tissues, it utterly fails to deeply recharge your body's intricate internal battery. When you were considerably younger, your body was far more adept at extracting an abundance of essential minerals from the food you consumed, and your gut absorbed them with remarkable efficiency. However, after the age of 50, a significant shift occurs. Your digestive processes naturally slow down, your body's capacity for nutrient absorption declines, and that very same glass of water that once instantly refreshed and revitalized you now, paradoxically, feels strangely empty and unsatisfying. Clinical studies, rigorously conducted and peer-reviewed, unequivocally confirm this observable phenomenon. According to extensive research meticulously compiled by both the esteemed National Institutes of Health and the renowned Mayo Clinic, deficiencies in crucial minerals like magnesium and potassium experience a sharp, dramatic rise after the age of 50, particularly within the male population. These exact same deficiencies are directly and consistently linked to a constellation of concerning symptoms, including chronic fatigue, elevated blood pressure, debilitating muscle weakness, and critically, impaired blood flow throughout the body. So, with this understanding, what then is the discernible, actionable solution to this widespread problem? The answer is elegantly simple. You must restore your water's intrinsic spark. When you intentionally add the correct blend of essential minerals, even in minute trace amounts, your hydration transforms from a passive act into a truly functional, potent process. The water, now electrically charged, can finally and effectively cross into your individual cells, permeating their membranes and delivering true, deep hydration. As a direct result, your circulation noticeably improves and opens up. Your energy levels stabilize throughout the day. Your mind achieves a renewed sense of clarity and sharpness, and you begin to vividly feel that steady, vibrant current of life gracefully moving through you once more. This, my friends, is what I precisely term electrical hydration. It embodies the profound difference between merely pouring water onto your body's surface and actually lighting it up from deep within. And the incredible news is that this transformation is far easier to achieve than you might imagine, because nature has already perfectly designed 4 key minerals that possess the innate ability to flip that internal switch back on, reigniting your body's inherent vitality. Each of these extraordinary minerals plays a uniquely critical and distinct role. One for deep relaxation, another for crucial internal balance, a third for efficient cellular communication, and the fourth for essential hormone protection. Working in perfect synergy, they collectively create what I affectionately refer to as the circulation code. So let us now meticulously explore these foundational minerals one by one to fully grasp their individual and collective power. We will begin with what I consider to be the single most powerful and impactful mineral for men over the age of 60, the one exceptional element that possesses the literal capacity to relax your constricted arteries and powerfully restore unimpeded blood flow to every single part of your body. If there is but one mineral every man navigating his 60s and beyond should commit to memory, to know intimately and understand by heart, it is undeniably magnesium. I affectionately refer to it as the relaxation mineral, and once you truly comprehend the profound scope of its physiological functions, you will immediately grasp why so many men often feel persistently tense, inexplicably restless, and utterly drained, even when they genuinely believe they are otherwise healthy and thriving. Here is the simple yet profound truth. your magnificent heart, your intricate network of blood vessels, and your powerful muscles all rely fundamentally on magnesium to gracefully let go, to fully relax after every single contraction, and to essentially breathe again after every rhythmic beat. You see, calcium, another vital mineral, serves as the signal that tells your muscles to tighten, to contract with force. Magnesium, conversely, is the essential counterpoint. It instructs them to release, to relax, and soften. It's a perfectly choreographed, delicate dance between tension and profound relaxation, an exquisite physiological ballet. However, tragically, after the age of 50, magnesium levels within the male body inevitably begin a gradual yet steady decline. And when magnesium levels are alarmingly low, calcium effectively takes over, dominating the cellular landscape. Your arteries, instead of remaining pliant and open, stay perpetually tight and constricted. Consequently, your blood pressure often rises to unhealthy levels, and your overall circulation inevitably slows down to a sluggish pace. This debilitating tightness isn't merely confined to the familiar aches in your shoulders or the stiffness in your back. It occurs fundamentally inside your vital blood vessels as well. Imagine a garden hose that is perpetually half-pinched or kinked. The water technically still flows, but it does so with dramatically reduced pressure, and certainly not freely or efficiently. This is precisely what transpires within your body when its magnesium reserves are critically low. Now consider something that extensive, compelling research consistently and unequivocally demonstrates. Studies from highly respected institutions such as the Cleveland Clinic and the National Institutes of Health, NIH, collectively confirm a startling fact. Over 75% of men, a truly staggering majority, are clinically deficient in magnesium. This widespread deficiency, far from affecting just your heart, casts a broad shadow over your entire well-being. It profoundly impacts your daily energy levels, disrupts the quality of your sleep, influences your mood and emotional stability, and yes, it critically impairs your overall physical and mental performance. This is because, quite simply, when your essential blood flow slows, every single bodily function inevitably slows along with it. Furthermore, magnesium is not a minor player. It is absolutely essential for over 300 different intricate biochemical processes within your body, ranging from the fundamental production of energy inside your cells to the crucial calming of your central nervous system. When you consciously prioritize and successfully restore your magnesium levels, a cascade of positive changes rapidly begins to unfold. Your sleep patterns become noticeably deeper and more restorative. Your muscles achieve a state of relaxed ease. Your mental focus sharpens considerably, and your circulation, that indispensable lifeline of true vitality, joyfully springs back to life. So the crucial question then arises: how exactly do you go about fixing this widespread deficiency? The answer is to begin small with a targeted approach. The most effective method is to add magnesium directly to your water, but be discerning. Avoid the cheap, poorly formulated magnesium found in generic multivitamins, as these are often barely absorbed by your body. Instead, you specifically want magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. These forms are expertly designed to dissolve easily in water, possess a pleasantly mild taste, and, most importantly, are absorbed with remarkable efficiency by your system. Here's what I consistently recommend to my patients for optimal results. Dissolve a half teaspoon of high-quality magnesium glycinate powder into your morning glass of water. Stir it thoroughly until completely dissolved. Then drink it slowly and mindfully, taking a few deep, calming breaths as you do. You will begin to feel your entire system gently awaken, calm yet distinctly charged with a renewed sense of energy. Consistently incorporate this simple practice into your daily routine for just 3 weeks. You will, without a doubt, start noticing significantly smoother mornings, a remarkably sharper focus throughout your day, and most importantly, stronger, steadier, and more robust circulation precisely where it truly matters most. Because when your arteries finally relax and open, your energy flows freely, your heart functions with less effort and strain, and your fundamental confidence, both in your physical capabilities and your emotional well-being, powerfully begins its return. Magnesium, you see, is the quiet, foundational mineral. It doesn't loudly boast or hype itself. It simply, profoundly restores what the relentless passage of time has gradually tightened and diminished. And once you have successfully reclaimed that vital state of deep relaxation, you are perfectly prepared for the next essential mineral, the one that critically dictates whether all that water you diligently drink actually permeates and stays within your cells or simply passes right through your system unutilized. Now that we've successfully addressed the crucial step of relaxing your blood vessels, preparing them for optimal function, let's turn our attention to the mineral that acts as the ultimate gatekeeper, precisely determining whether the hydration you consume truly reaches the core of your cells where it can perform its vital work. This mineral is sodium. Wait, hold on, Doc, you might interject. Do you mean salt? Isn't salt bad for my blood pressure? This is an excellent and very common question. However, here is a fundamental truth that the majority of men seldom hear or fully comprehend. It's not simply salt that is the problem. It is more specifically the wrong kind of salt. You see, the sodium predominantly found in highly processed foods, things like canned soups, salty chips, and convenient frozen meals, is undeniably the culprit, the bad guy in this narrative. This type of sodium is often refined, extensively bleached, and tragically stripped of all its essential companion minerals, which are crucial for its proper function within the body. That particular, isolated kind of sodium actively disrupts your body's delicate electrolyte balance, actually pulls vital water out of your cells, and leaves you feeling unpleasantly puffy, perpetually tired, and ultimately, paradoxically dehydrated despite consuming fluids. However, natural sodium, the kind found abundantly in unrefined sea salt or the beautiful Himalayan pink salt, tells a completely different beneficial story. It naturally contains a rich spectrum of trace minerals such as magnesium, potassium, and calcium, all working in synergistic harmony to help your body effectively and correctly utilize water at a cellular level. Think of sodium as the crucial gatekeeper for your cells. It makes the pivotal decision of whether water is permitted to enter your cells and fulfill its life-giving purpose, or if it remains outside, effectively useless and unable to contribute to cellular function. Without an adequate amount of the right kind of sodium, your hydration effectively remains on the surface. Your body might absorb the water into your bloodstream, but it tragically never makes it inside the cell, precisely where the real transformative magic of hydration needs to occur. This explains precisely why so many men often lament to me, "Dr. Jamnadas, I drink water constantly throughout the day, yet I still feel perpetually thirsty and exhausted." That persistent sensation isn't true thirst. It is your cells desperately starving for vital electrolytes. When your sodium levels are too low, your body loses its crucial ability to retain water where it truly matters most. You simply urinate it out, and your hydration is effectively gone before your body ever gets the profound opportunity to fully utilize it. So, here is my precise recommendation for you to integrate into your daily routine. Each morning, take your large glass of water, the very same one into which you just mixed your magnesium, and add a tiny, almost imperceptible pinch of natural, unrefined salt. I mean literally, just the tip of your pinky finger's worth. You won't taste it significantly, but your body, at a cellular level, will distinctly feel and appreciate the profound difference. That small, crucial pinch actively assists your cells in absorbing water deeply and efficiently. You will soon notice that you remain hydrated for considerably longer periods. Your energy levels will feel remarkably more stable and consistent throughout the day. Say goodbye to those unsettling, dizzy spells when you stand up too quickly, and eliminate that frustrating mid-morning fatigue or mental brain fog that used to plague you. Think of this simple act as fine-tuning your body's intricate electrical system. That tiny trace of natural sodium effectively flips the internal switch, transforming your hydration from a passive, superficial process into an active, deeply penetrating one. And no, rest assured, you will not be dangerously spiking your blood pressure with this method. In fact, multiple rigorous studies from reputable institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health health consistently demonstrate that when natural sodium is properly balanced with magnesium and potassium, it actually supports and contributes to overall blood pressure stability. So, gentlemen, please stop unnecessarily fearing real salt. Your body profoundly needs it. Your cells fundamentally depend on it. Just ensure you keep it pure, unrefined, and consumed in thoughtful moderation, because this single, often misunderstood mineral doesn't just facilitate water entering your cells, it actively helps to power them, igniting their full potential. Now that your water is fortified with a discerning gatekeeper in the form of beneficial sodium, it is time for us to introduce the balancer. This is the mineral that meticulously keeps everything within your intricate physiological system working in perfect, harmonious synchronicity, from the precise rhythm of your heartbeat to the controlled precision of your muscle movements, and indeed to the steady, effortless, rhythmic flow of blood throughout the entirety of your body. If magnesium holds the title of the relaxer and sodium serves as the astute gatekeeper, then potassium is unequivocally the balancer, the quiet yet immensely powerful force that ensures everything operates in profound harmony. Every single electrical signal coursing through your body, from the vital contractions of your heart to the purposeful flexing of your muscles, depends entirely on the exquisitely delicate dance and precise interaction between sodium and potassium. An excess of sodium can cause your internal system to become tense and overcharged, leading to imbalances. Conversely, too little sodium can result in a significant drop in your energy levels. Potassium is the master mineral that skillfully evens the scales, effectively calming any internal physiological storm and restoring equilibrium. Here is another critical insight that most men unfortunately fail to realize. As we inevitably age, our potassium levels quietly yet significantly begin to decline. According to compelling research compiled by the National Institutes of Health, a staggering nearly 90% of older adults do not consume enough potassium through their regular diet. This alarming dietary imbalance is one of the often overlooked hidden causes of pervasive high blood pressure, the stiffening of arteries, and the sluggish, inefficient circulation that plagues many in their later years. Consider it this way: if sodium expertly opens the gate for water to enter your cells, then potassium is the vital component that diligently keeps that water inside, ensuring that your muscles, your delicate nerves, and your powerful heart remain optimally hydrated and electrically charged. Without a sufficient supply of potassium, your cells tragically lose that essential internal pressure, the very foundation of their structure and function. Your blood vessels then tend to tighten. Your heart is forced to pump significantly harder to compensate, and this added strain invariably means your energy fades much faster, leaving you feeling perpetually depleted. But when you consciously make the effort to restore your potassium levels, something truly amazing and deeply transformative begins to happen. Your arteries, instead of being constricted, relax naturally and become more pliable. Your blood pressure begins to normalize and stabilize, returning to healthier levels. Your heartbeat becomes steadier and more rhythmic. You experience a profound sense of calm, yet simultaneously feel wonderfully alert and clear-headed, as if your entire internal system has finally exhaled a long-held breath of relief. So, you might ask, where can you reliably obtain this vital mineral? Certainly, incorporating potassium-rich foods like bananas, spinach, avocados, and beetroot into your diet is beneficial. However, if you are over the age of 60, diet alone is often simply not sufficient to meet your body's increasing demands. Your aging body simply doesn't absorb potassium as efficiently as it once did. That is precisely why I highly recommend integrating a potassium-rich electrolyte powder into your daily routine. Look for a high-quality product that is low in sugar but abundantly rich in essential minerals. A half scoop mixed into a glass of water after your exercise session or in the evening, perhaps after dinner, is absolutely perfect. It's a remarkably simple, refreshingly palatable, and profoundly restorative practice. Men who embrace this habit consistently report the same remarkable experience to me. Doc, I finally feel steady again. They find themselves sleeping more soundly and deeply. Their muscles experience significantly fewer cramps and spasms. Their heart rhythm feels noticeably smoother, and then, with a knowing grin and a conspiratorial whisper, they often add that their nighttime circulation also feels significantly stronger. This, I assure you, is no mere coincidence, because potassium and magnesium, working in powerful concert, collaborate to keep your blood vessels optimally open and your nerves firing with precision and efficiency. They are the dynamic team that powerfully transforms ordinary hydration into vibrant, life-giving flow. When you ensure you have enough potassium, you are no longer merely drinking water. You are actively and deliberately recharging the entire electrical grid that powers your body from within. And this brings us, gentlemen, to the final, incredibly crucial mineral in our discussion, the one most directly and intrinsically tied to your fundamental strength, your innate drive, and that powerful hormonal spark which so defines a man irrespective of his age. This is the quiet yet profoundly influential commander of your overall vitality, zinc. Indeed, we have now arrived at what I consider to be one of the most powerful and often overlooked minerals of them all, the one that quietly yet completely controls your raw physical strength, your enduring stamina, and your very masculine drive, zinc. Most men unfortunately tend to overlook its significance, but zinc is, in essence, the supreme commander of your body's intricate hormone army. It meticulously regulates the production of testosterone, actively fuels your robust immune system, and plays a vital role in maintaining the healthy function of your prostate. Without an adequate supply of zinc, your body's engine, that intricate biological machine, subtly yet significantly begins to run on low power, leading to a pervasive sense of diminished vitality. You see, testosterone is not simply about libido or sexual desire, as is often mistakenly believed. It is, more profoundly, about your very life. Force. It is the driving power behind your mood stability, your mental focus, your sustained energy levels, and your body's crucial ability to recover efficiently from physical exertion. And zinc, quite simply, is the essential spark that keeps that vital fire of testosterone burning brightly. Here's what unfortunately happens with the passage of age. Your gut's ability to absorb zinc effectively diminishes. Furthermore, your diet, in all likelihood, probably isn't providing you with nearly enough of this critical mineral. To compound matters, if you regularly take heartburn medication or consume alcohol with any frequency, your zinc levels can plummet even faster. This is precisely why so many men over the age of 60 often feel noticeably slower, less motivated, and frequently struggle with a noticeable reduction in their drive, even when every other health marker appears perfectly normal on paper. Low zinc levels directly translate to your body's inability to produce testosterone efficiently and effectively. It also significantly weakens your prostate's inherent ability to function properly, a concern for many aging men. And if you've recently noticed a slower recovery time after your workouts, a weakening of your natural immune defenses, or that pervasive, flat feeling of low energy and lack of enthusiasm in the mornings, chances are that zinc deficiency is a significant part of your underlying story. But here is the truly good news, gentlemen. You can absolutely fix this deficiency, and you will begin to feel the transformative difference remarkably fast. Forget those heavy, often stomach-upsetting zinc tablets that are notoriously difficult for your body to absorb, especially after the age of 50. Instead, opt for convenient liquid zinc drops. They are wonderfully simple, incredibly clean, and are absorbed with astonishing speed and efficiency directly into your system. Just a few drops strategically added to your midday glass of water is all it takes to make a profound impact. It tastes remarkably mild, almost imperceptible, but its effect on your body is deeply profound. Over the course of the next few weeks, you will notice your mental focus sharpening considerably. Your energy levels will remain consistently stable throughout the day without those frustrating crashes, and that quiet yet powerful, masculine spark that defines your vitality will powerfully begin to return. And the benefits extend far beyond just hormones. Zinc dramatically strengthens your immune system, a function that becomes incredibly crucial after 60, when your natural defenses typically begin to wane. It actively helps your body repair itself, facilitates healing processes, and enables you to fight off infections with greater speed and efficacy. So, when you integrate zinc into your routine, you are not merely hydrating your body, you are actively recharging your drive, reminding your cells how to perform with the vigor and efficiency they once displayed. Combine it thoughtfully with magnesium, sodium, and potassium, and you have, quite literally, just rebuilt the 4 indispensable pillars of optimal hydration and vibrant vitality. But the crucial question remains, how exactly do you seamlessly put all of these powerful components together? How do you transform this profound scientific knowledge into a remarkably simple, actionable daily routine that you can consistently follow without the need for an array of fancy, expensive supplements or overly complicated, time-consuming preparations? That, gentlemen, is precisely what we will meticulously go through next. I will outline a straightforward, 3-step daily hydration plan that requires less than 5 minutes of your time each day, yet possesses the astonishing power to completely transform your energy levels, sharpen your mental focus, and dramatically elevate your overall physical and mental performance. All right, gentlemen, let's now transition this vital scientific insight into something eminently simple and profoundly practical, something you can genuinely begin to implement starting tomorrow morning. Because knowledge, however profound, remains utterly useless unless it is consciously adopted and consistently integrated into a daily habit. And this single, powerful habit, when diligently performed each day, holds the potential to completely shift how your body feels, how it performs, and how it responds to the demands of life. I call it the 3-step mineral hydration plan. It requires genuinely less than 5 minutes of your precious time each day. There are no complicated pills to swallow, no elaborate, time-consuming preparation. It's simply your ordinary water, profoundly upgraded and supercharged. Step 1. Morning blood flow. Kickstart. Right after you wake up, before you even consider reaching for your morning coffee or engaging in any other routine, fill a large, generous glass of fresh water. Into this water, precisely add 1/2 teaspoon of high-quality magnesium glycinate powder and a tiny, almost imperceptible pinch of natural Himalayan or unrefined sea salt. Stir these powerful minerals into the water slowly and thoughtfully, allowing yourself a moment to take a deep, centering breath. Then drink this revitalizing concoction with intention, truly connecting with the process. As this mineral-rich water gently makes its way down, your blood vessels, which may have been constricted overnight, will begin to gracefully open and relax. Your muscles, which might have felt stiff, will gently ease into a state of comfort. Your entire body will gradually come online, not with the jarring jitters associated with caffeine, but rather with a profound sense of calm, steady, and sustainable energy. Commit to doing this every single morning for just 3 consecutive weeks, and you will inevitably begin to notice a dramatic, palpable difference. Your mornings will feel lighter and more effortless, your mental focus will become remarkably sharper, and your circulation will be noticeably steadier and more robust throughout your entire system. Step 2. Midday. Hormone and immune support. Around the midpoint of your day, typically at lunchtime, and crucially, before that notorious afternoon slump inevitably hits, take another refreshing glass of water. Into this water, add just a few drops of a high-quality liquid zinc supplement. This simple act serves as your powerful midday charge. It actively helps to keep your essential testosterone levels stable, profoundly balances your mood, and significantly strengthens your vital immune defenses, providing robust support throughout the remainder of your day. There will be no frustrating crash, no pervasive mental fog, just a consistent, grounded sense of energy that truly lasts. Consider this step your internal reset button, perfectly timed for the second half of your day, ensuring continued vitality and clarity. Step 3. Evening circulation rebalance. After you've finished your dinner, or perhaps after completing your evening workout session, conclude your day with another tall, satisfying glass of water. This time, mix in 1/2 scoop of a high-quality, potassium-rich electrolyte powder. Crucially, ensure you select one that is low in sugar but abundantly rich in essential minerals. This final step is paramount as it actively restores your delicate electrolyte balance. It gently helps your heart rate to settle into a calm rhythm, allows your blood pressure to stabilize naturally, and encourages your muscles to fully relax, preparing your body for deep, profoundly restorative sleep. Many of my patients consistently report the same exhilarating experience. They wake up the next day feeling genuinely refreshed, entirely free from grogginess or that heavy, sluggish sensation, instead feeling simply and vibrantly alive. So, to summarize, it's just 3 simple steps. Morning magnesium plus natural salt, midday zinc, and evening potassium. That is truly it. It's remarkably simple, profoundly effective, and incredibly powerful. You're not required to drastically alter your diet, nor are you adding a multitude of complex, unnecessary supplements to your regimen. You are simply, yet powerfully, upgrading your most basic and essential nutrient, your water. And here is the truly beautiful and inspiring part. The cumulative effects of these practices steadily build over time. Each passing week, your body recharges itself a little more deeply, a little more efficiently. Your circulation becomes noticeably smoother and more fluid, your energy levels become dramatically more reliable and consistent, and your mental focus becomes sharper and more enduring. By the end of week 3, you will unequivocally begin to notice the return of things you might have mistakenly believed were permanently gone. That easy, confident spring in your step, that quiet, innate strength you feel in your mornings, that steady, unwavering stamina that once so perfectly defined you. All of it starts to powerfully reemerge. Because at this point, this isn't merely about basic hydration anymore. It is a profound act of restoration. It is the intricate communication between your cells powerfully coming back online, fully revitalized. It is your entire body profoundly remembering how to feel truly powerful again. Let's now speak candidly about what truly happens next when you commit to consistently integrating this transformative routine into your life, because the results, I assure you, will subtly yet profoundly creep up on you. They won't manifest as an instant, dramatic overnight miracle, but rather as a slow, steady, and deeply felt evolution that unfolds in remarkably tangible ways. During the very first week, you'll begin to notice that you no longer experience that characteristic dry or heavy sensation upon waking in the morning. Instead, you'll awaken with a clearer mind, a renewed sense of mental sharpness. Those initial few steps out of bed, which once felt arduous and stiff, will suddenly feel noticeably easier and more fluid. The persistent mental fog that typically took hours to dissipate will simply be gone, replaced by immediate clarity. By week 2, a remarkable shift will occur. Your energy levels will start holding steady and strong throughout the entire day. That dreaded mid-afternoon crash, that overwhelming urge for yet another cup of coffee to push through, will noticeably fade, replaced by a smooth, sustained vitality. You will maintain a keen sense of mental sharpness and alertness from the moment the sun rises until it sets, feeling not wired or anxious, but simply and vibrantly alive. By the close of week 3, you'll experience a palpable improvement in your blood flow, feeling smoother and more efficient. Your skin will visibly appear fresher and more radiant, reflecting an internal vibrancy. Your sleep will become significantly deeper and more profoundly restorative. You'll recover faster from strenuous workouts or long, demanding days. And for countless men, something truly intimate and powerful occurs. Circulation down there, quietly yet noticeably improves, bringing with it a renewed sense of confidence. That morning, strength and vigor you might have believed were irrevocably lost will powerfully begin its return. Now, let's be entirely honest with ourselves. Aging is an undeniable, natural biological process, but decline, that gradual deterioration of function and vitality, that is unequivocally optional. The vast majority of what we commonly refer to as aging is, in reality, a process of depletion, your body systematically running low on the very minerals and electrical signals that are crucial for keeping it optimally connected and functioning. When you diligently restore that essential mineral balance, your entire physiological system awakens and reboots. You're not literally turning back the hands of time. You are simply allowing your incredibly intelligent body to perform precisely what it was inherently designed to do. Your heart will pump with less strain and more efficiency. Your brain will focus with greater clarity and less mental noise. Your muscles will relax naturally instead of locking up with stiffness. Even your mood will visibly even out, leaving you feeling less anxious, more grounded, and profoundly more present in every moment. Because when your cells are truly and fully charged with life-giving energy, your entire body, every fiber of your being, feels safe, secure, and resilient again. That is precisely when true vitality returns with undeniable force. That is when genuine confidence reemerges, not from ego or bravado, but from a calm, unshakable physical certainty. And something else profound happens, something no expensive supplement bottle can ever bestow upon you: clarity. You begin to truly hear what your body has been silently trying to communicate to you for years. You realize that hydration is not merely about momentarily quenching a superficial thirst. It is, at its core, about profound cellular communication. Every single mineral you consciously drink sends a powerful, life-affirming message to your heart, to your intricate network of nerves, and to your delicate hormones. And that message is elegantly simple, yet profoundly impactful. We're connected again. You begin to realize with a sense of liberation that you were never truly losing your power. You were simply operating on a weak, unreliable signal. These essential minerals dramatically strengthen that signal. They possess the alchemical ability to transform ordinary hydration into vital electricity, and that electricity, in turn, is transmuted into robust, vibrant life itself. So please do not seek instant dramatic miracles. Instead, cultivate an expectation for gradual awakenings, those quiet internal shifts that will make you pause and genuinely say, I feel truly different today. Because that, my friends, is precisely how real, lasting restoration authentically happens. Not in one sudden, monumental leap, but through countless small, consistent moments of dedicated self-care. And now that you are fully aware of the astonishing capabilities your body inherently possesses, let us conclude with something even more critically important: how to ensure this profound transformation not only begins, but truly lasts. Because the ultimate key to sustained well-being isn't merely what you choose to drink today in this very moment. It is, far more fundamentally, what you consciously choose to keep doing every single day from this moment forward. So here, gentlemen, is where all the pieces brilliantly come together, forming a coherent, actionable strategy. You have now learned the undeniable truth about effective hydration after the age of 60. You have clearly seen how plain water by itself is simply no longer sufficient to meet your body's evolving needs. And you now possess the precise, actionable knowledge of exactly how to imbue that water with potent power once again through the strategic addition of minerals that are designed to bring your cells powerfully back to life. Because true, vibrant vitality does not emerge from fancy, ephemeral pills or fleeting, superficial quick fixes. It blossoms from profound connection, from every single cell in your body working in perfect concert, each charged, perfectly balanced, and vibrantly alive. Think for a moment of your morning glass of water. From this day forward, it is no longer just water. It is a powerful, intentional signal sent to your entire system, a clear directive: wake up, flow, heal, perform. Magnesium actively assists you in relaxing your body and opening up your vital circulation. Sodium intelligently allows your cells to drink deeply and effectively. Potassium meticulously balances every beat of your heart and every impulse sent through your nerves. And zinc, the quiet commander, vigilantly protects your essential hormones, safeguards the health of your prostate, and preserves your masculine edge. 4 remarkably simple minerals integrated through 3 wonderfully small, achievable steps, culminating in one truly powerful, life-altering transformation. You don't need to desperately chase after the fleeting illusion of youth. You simply need to provide your body with the fundamental spark it has been missing for too long. Because even well past the age of 60, you are not running out of life. You are, in fact, actively and deliberately waking it back up to its fullest potential. So here is my clear, direct instruction for you to implement immediately. Tomorrow morning, fill a substantial glass of water. Add your half teaspoon of magnesium glycinate. Add a tiny pinch of real, unrefined salt. Then take a slow, deliberate breath and drink it not just as a beverage, but as a man who is consciously and powerfully taking back control of his body and his health. And then keep going. Add your liquid zinc at lunchtime. Incorporate your potassium-rich electrolyte powder at night. Commit to doing this for just 21 days, a mere 3 weeks of consistent effort. Then simply step back and observe the truly remarkable changes that unfold within you.